I'm really looking forward to having this discussion with everyone at the repeople conference about remote management, distributed teams, hybrid models, but how we lead these teams. Because I think we're at a really important inflection point now about how we manage distributed teams. And we've got a couple decisions to make. And we've either got a good light touch performance management model we can use, or there's a worrying tech micromanagement approach we could use too. Both of those are available. We've seen that the tools, the tech, the willingness, the know-how, everything that we need to work remotely is there, but we have to make a decision about how we use these things. And I think I really want to encourage managers, leaders, people in HR, business leaders to really choose the performance management approach that gives people autonomy and independence in their work. I think that's really what we need, but also the research from psychology and behavioral science really shows that when you give people that autonomy and independence, their performance is so much higher. You increase well-being levels, you increase work engagement by giving skilled, trained, developed professionals with support the opportunity and the flexibility to do their work in the best way that works for them. That means you do need to have performance management, you need to have clear targets, deliverables, dates, and deadlines, but you don't need to micromanage people. So on the other hand, there's all sorts of tech tools that might seem appealing, but I think are very counterproductive. So there's all sorts of what are essentially digital surveillance tools that employers can use, right? You can record employees' screen time. You can use machine learning to give you reports about what people are doing day by day or minute by minute. You can take captures of people's webcams. You can tap into their biometrics if they've got their watch and look at their heart rate or other metrics about, their bodily performance while they're working. And you can tap into those and it will give you information about those, but I don't think it's useful information. And one of the things that we see from the research about employee surveillance, and this goes for digital surveillance as well as physical surveillance, is it's incredibly counterproductive. Surveillance is disempowering. So when you're watching people 24/7, it does not increase their performance. Some of the reasons that are given sometimes for that monitoring is to make sure employees aren't slacking off or they're not cheating or they're not stealing or whatever. But really, what we know if we manage healthy workplaces is people don't do that anyway. But ultimately, that surveillance tech is going to be counterproductive. It might seem interesting or novel, useful at the time, but it ultimately will be counterproductive because it sends the wrong message and it makes people focus on the wrong things. If you're watching your employees 24/7 with whatever tools and tech you have, it sends completely the wrong message about their independence, about their autonomy, and the value that you place in their skills. Right? It's also counterproductive for managers because it's going to give you whole reams of data that you need to analyze now that don't even necessarily predict performance. What you want to know is outcomes-based. You want to know that people are accomplishing their tasks in the time that they need to. You want to make sure that they've got the clear performance management framework to know, okay, I need to do this by this date, I need to work with these people, get these things, whatever it is, you need to give them that framework. But I would argue that more flexibility is going to increase productivity and well-being a lot more than surveillance.